like a piece of pie. Lemon meringue pie, to be more exact. But I'm Tim, and this is Flipper Flicks, and we'll get to that in a moment.
I was wondering what was happening there until you said lemon meringue. Then I was like, okay, I'm with him.
Yeah.
Not on.
I'm Adam.
I'm Sam. And what did we
It's
watch?
Tim's turn again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I already said my name, though.
Yeah, but you're on synopsis, bruh.
Right back at you.
All right, so I got the pick 3, right? So we went with
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, sorry. No, I just my brain with the cocaine barrel. So. Anyway, yeah, Amazon Prime, psych-thriller, and I picked 69. Cause why not? 69, dude. And we ended up with Till Death Do Us Part. Now, I had never heard of this film. I don't know. Many
What? You
have.
haven't?
Me neither, but it sounds basic.
Doesn't it? It's from 2017, so it's a little older than, whatever. But
it's 6 years old. It's not that old.
That's kind of old though, right? For not knowing a movie's out.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Man, is this actually the synopsis or?
Is it like the whole story?
Yeah, we're gonna go to a different place because there's a better one. Stand by. Technical difficulties.
Do.
All right. Synopsis for those who are curious. For a film that's from 2017, it's already an hour and 40 minutes long.
It's
Madison
only that
Rowland
long?
believes she's in what? Let's see. Madison Rowland believes she's in a perfect marriage with the man of her dreams until one day he surprises her with his abusive and controlling ways. With the help of her best friend, she fakes her death to escape and start a new life, but soon realizes it's impossible to outwit her obsessive husband.
Fun fact, divorces exist.
Yeah,
Movie over.
Didn't read that at all.
Neither did I.
Beforehand. And that kind of is like, I feel like they said too much in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I don't feel like you need to watch the movie.
Exactly.
You kind of just told me the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't tell me the end, like, how it ends, but you told me 75% of it.
Yeah.
You got me to the ending.
Like, you're basically, okay, so what did you leave for me to watch? Yeah.
Yeah, did you feel like this was a porn, like, 5 or 6 times?
Yeah, slightly.
In the beginning?
It's especially in the beginning when she's, like, coming out in the red dress.
Mm-hmm.
You know red's my favorite color.
And then they just leave their dinner? I'm glad that they showed that it was burnt and they had to eat something
Yeah.
else. Because
Right,
they
they
just,
went
like,
and
walked
ate
away
Yeah,
for
they
a
did.
long time.
Yeah, she's like, you're cooking for me? And then you find out that he doesn't do any of the cooking because he requires her to be a housewife.
Housewife, essentially.
We're
He's some
talking
weird
like
fucker.
1940s and earlier housewife.
Yeah. I don't understand how they went so long, got married and everything without him showing any signs of this until abruptly it happens.
Mm-hmm.
It was like he was activated.
Right. It just happened. And,
Like one
out
day.
of nowhere. It's like, I feel like there would have been signs beforehand.
One
Mhm.
day.
I mean, yeah, it
he's
seems like
just-
he was a little controlling, but.
Yeah, one day he's just like, I'm going to go Darth Vader on you. Just pick you
yeah.
up and choke you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think she's into it, man.
Yeah.
Like, he wants a full sub. I don't know. He wants more than just like a sub. He's wanting something.
No, he wants a bang made.
He wants a bang made. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Sam, what were your thoughts on the bang made?
Well, I was a little confused why he bought her a piano, but the piano's on the patio.
Well, yeah.
Because I was like, does it not fit through the door? Like, I don't know. I just found that was very jarring to me along with.
She got held up on that for like 20 minutes.
And then like some of the dialogue was like very jarring, especially in the beginning. She's like, red's my color. And I'm like, no shit, that's the only color you've worn the whole movie.
No.
Right. Pretty much.
They went to her closet at one point and she had black dresses, red dresses, and white dresses.
Yeah, but she pulled out a red one, like, my red's my color. And I'm like, yeah, clearly. Like,
yeah, because black and white are just shades, so she only has one color in there.
That's true. So there was a lot at the beginning that was kind of like, the fuck? And then there was another part at the beginning. What was it?
Was it the fact that the piano was for an anniversary gift?
No, but that.
Which I told Sam promptly that I will not be buying her an anniversary piano.
No?
Nor will I buy her a necklace that looks like she got from an arcade.
Like Claire's. That's what's so bizarre about this movie. Here's a piano, but then here's this friendship heart necklace.
Best friends forever.
But then later on in the movie, they're like, that's such a beautiful necklace. I'm like,
bullshit.
no, it's really not.
Also, does he wear his side?
I don't think I ever saw him wear it. No.
Exactly.
Yeah, like that's the whole point of it. Like two parts of a whole.
Yeah. But the other part that I remembered is when he first starts to show his true colors is when she has spent all of her time doing her hair in an updo. And then he's like, it would look sexier down. And I was like, bitch, I'm just going to tell you right now, if one of you would have said that to me, I would have been so fucking pissed. And you know that I would not have put my hair down. Like, she clearly spent hours on her hair. And then to say that, that was just bullshit.
Sam was fired up.
I'm really mad about that.
I don't blame you. I mean, you kind of get that just from not ever having to do my hair like that. I'm just like, that was a dick move. Like, and you could tell he literally just did it to be a dick pretty much at that point. Like, he was full psycho at that point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. At first, you're like, oh, this guy's a nice, loving husband. He is too perfect. Oh, wait. Just kidding.
Yeah. I also found it funny that they mentioned that him taking the testosterone was almost specifically so that he wouldn't have kids, which is a side effect.
Yeah,
but
I didn't know that.
That's not the primary reason you would take it.
Also, I'm going to say this.
It seems weird that to be, I don't know.
If folks out there are getting married, make sure you're on the same page about babies.
Right.
That's true, yeah.
Like,
although he didn't say like he would never have them. He just kept saying, I don't want them right now. But she was very much like, I want a family. So it's kind of like, you know.
Yeah, she was saying that for a long time. Also, if you're in a very devoted relationship, you should probably explain, hey, my dad killed my mom, and that's why I'm uncomfortable having a kid.
Let's open up our feelings box and talk about our feelings instead of
choke slamming.
Yeah.
Also, just leave. Just leave the house. Like, you fucking egged him on.
Oh, that was annoying. She had had her whole bag packed and she just kept sticking around. I was like, you could have left. Leaving. He wasn't paying attention to you at all.
I'm leaving now. I'm leaving. I'm going grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Not good.
Not good.
Also,
the whole faked your death part. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was about to get to that.
Yeah. Like, that's your go-to plan?
Yeah.
Of course that's going to fall through.
Also,
you can't just make an identity out of nowhere. Even in a job that she had, like, they're going to need identification.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
You're not just going to poof and then go back into society.
Not only that, but she gets life insurance. Which you're like, oh, yeah, she can take that out. Give that the benefactor can be anybody. I fully agree with that. But I'm pretty sure they need a death certificate.
Yeah.
Do they need a way to prove it? And then she just got the money. And I'm like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, there was no time of death, so there would not be a death certificate.
Yeah.
Also, she wasn't working. So she would have either had to have had that life insurance or taken it out beforehand.
Which she did.
And did she just not tell him? Because that kind of seems also like a red flag to some degree. Because again, that's kind of like a conversation one would have.
Right.
In a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot going on here.
All right, now let's get to the lemons.
The lemons.
Oh, lemons.
I think it was perfectly okay for Alex to take the lemons off the ground. Him grabbing them off the tree was a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
That was too much. If they're on the ground already.
In my yard, I would take them.
It still would be theirs, right? You can't cut down your neighbor's tree or anything.
Well, what if it falls?
But what, the tree falls down?
No. I mean, a lemon falls to the ground on your yard.
I mean, it's still your neighbor's lemon.
I know.
But at that point, the argument is just it There's so many lemons in this.
I know.
Yeah.
Dude, those lemons.
But he had a big fucking thing of lemons.
It was a lot.
And there were still lemons on the tree.
Our neighbor gave us lemons, like a basket full of that. That shit lasts a long time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It was wild.
It was like the same amount that Alex had probably in the movie. He just like dropped it off on his porch and I'm like, the fuck am I supposed to do with all these lemons? Like,
we made like, what was it? Like 2 like giant pitchers.
Yeah.
We made like 8 liters of lemonade, like homemade lemonade.
Amazing.
Plus other stuff. Like we were able to make like lemon pasta or something.
Yeah, like
we no lemon meringue pie?
No lemon
that's
meringue
too hard.
pie. That's effort, Tim.
Plus Adam doesn't eat pie. So
I don't eat lemon meringue pie, especially.
Yeah.
It's easier to figure out what Adam does eat than he doesn't eat.
Mm-hmm. True story.
You should understand. I've come a long way.
It was true back in the day.
I was like, I've come a long way, but I have some.
It used to be chicken fingers, and then I just remember we go to Skyline, you get a hot dog, a plain dog.
I still do that.
No bun, nothing.
I still do that. Well, I just don't. Okay, so I've eaten the hot dogs with a bun, and I just don't really care for it.
I've eaten the hot dogs. I love that.
I don't need the extra calories. No, I honestly, as far as buns go, I prefer like toasted buns and like
hot cross buns. Yeah,
yeah, like Skyline like hot dog buns are like
very soft.
They're like clouds as far as bread goes.
Yeah, that's
and I would eat it, but if I have a preference, I'll eat it that way.
Right. I don't blame you for being picky. I'm just messing with you. It's fun.
Oh, I know. I'm okay with my pickiness. I try and always make sure.
I hope you're okay with it.
Actually, I'm not. Let's be real. I'm not okay with it. I want to not be picky. It's much easier to like go somewhere and be like, yeah, I'll eat anything on the menu. Than
it is. I can tell you from experience.
But I can always find something I will eat on a menu.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
which is nice.
Yeah, like as long as I can find one thing, I'll even make my meal out of appetizers or sides. I don't really care.
I've done that before. Yeah.
Sometimes you're just not that hungry.
I've made a meal out of appetizers and then had another meal.
That doesn't surprise me.
I think I've been there.
But did you also have lemon meringue pie with your meal?
And was your house like impeccably clean?
No.
Everybody's house was so clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know that's
because there's just stage houses, right?
Right. And I understand that, but I don't know why. Sometimes like when they're just too clean, it's like, come on, man. People aren't sitting around. Well, I mean, what's his name's house? What was his name? Mike's house did have his bang made. So I guess Maddie was cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
So that one makes sense. But her house was spotless too.
Yeah.
She's used to cleaning.
That's true. No, it's just one of those things. Sometimes it pulls me out if it's too clean. If it looks too staged.
It looks staged, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
very clearly not a real house.
Yeah. And the first one was particularly bad because I could identify IKEA items in there.
Yeah.
So I was like, house by IKEA. Like, it wasn't even hiding it.
They do have like my favorite like little, are they considered chandeliers?
Yeah.
They're Death Star chandeliers. So like you like pull like the string and it like explodes. I was gonna say expands.
It does do that.
And then I was gonna say I said expands, and I'm like
new word.
Now you're just explaining it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do love those, and I've always wanted those.
Mm-hmm.
But they're really noticeable if you know what they are.
Yeah.
Can we get to the fact though that this is not a psych thriller?
Yeah, it's really not. I had hope when I read the synopsis because it's like, oh, she's going to kill herself and then she has to outwit him. I'm like, okay, maybe. And then very clearly early on, you're like, this is not a psych thriller.
Yeah.
Like the third scene, probably.
Right. You're like, okay, this is where we're at. Yeah.
Also, Alex needs to learn like social cues.
How so?
Maddie goes on about her whole life story and about how she had an abusive husband and everything while they're on the swinging front like thing, and then he goes for a kiss.
Yeah,
let me just get that kiss right quick.
Yeah.
That's not even like a social cue. That's kind of just like I'm on a date. You're saying words. I'm hearing them. but I don't care.
Yeah, they're
You
going
look
out.
emotional.
He's not actually listening.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh yeah, I'll just make her think I'm listening to what she's saying, and then I'm gonna go in for the kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did
that's
like
what that felt like.
I did like that he noticed that something was off and he just
Right,
came
yeah.
in.
That's
Well,
true.
he's supposed to be like the knight in shining armor, right? Like he's the
Mhm.
good guy.
Yeah.
So
Except for
worked.
the lemon stealing.
The little lemon stealing.
That's his big flaw.
I mean, she was
Yeah.
trespassing.
yeah. Well, and then his obvious like fake out when he calls her a flake, and you're just like, he gives her, you know what I mean? He calls her a flake and like looks her up and down like he's just done with her.
Yeah.
The obvious fake out that he's coming back knowing something's wrong
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and gets his ass kicked.
I know, because he's not on testosterone.
Mm.
Clearly, he
yeah,
has
that's
a child.
what it is. Yeah,
Well, I guess she has a child too, named
Peace.
Peace.
but yeah,
Peace. What? That was a terrible name.
that was a terrible name.
Like that kid's gonna get bullied
For a boy,
For a boy,
sure.
like yeah,
a
I've met
girl, you can get away with it, I think.
yeah, boys will get like not necessarily bullied, but like people will fuck
Just
with
doesn't
him.
sound. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're gonna call him PP.
yeah,
Like just trying to think of nicknames.
I mean,
I'm sure you are.
you run that risk with any name that starts with a P, honestly.
Yeah, well, at least like Peter, you can go down to Pete.
Yeah.
Right.
Like there's no like it's like Adam. Like you can't really shorten Adam.
Right.
Da.
Da
Ah.
da
Ada.
Ada.
Madame. Wait, no.
That's your adding letters.
There'd be another. There had to be another M.
Ah. Ah.
Hey, how's it going?
No, so that's what I was just getting at with Peace. So you can't really shorten it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've met people named Hope before, but there were also girls.
Yeah. Yeah, they were girls.
Mm-hmm. There's also this whole segment. This is a little bit back in the timeline when she first kills herself, and that like you're supposed to feel bad for Michael, and I'm just like, no one
When?
cares. When he's like spreading her ashes, and
Oh.
they're doing these soul jams of like,
I don't know.
man.
If you're supposed to feel bad for him, or the music was just bad.
Yeah, but
Why not
it
both?
didn't sit well with me because I was like, nobody gives
Right.
a shit. Like,
Right.
He's
Why
an
are we
asshole.
watching this happen?
Yeah.
I don't care about you, Michael.
yeah, exactly.
You are a twat. You did
Yeah.
do good. You did a good job in Moneyball. I will give you that. You did a great job at first base or third base, whatever base
Never
you
saw it.
played. You never saw that?
No.
Oh, you gotta see it. It's a sports ball
Moneyball?
movie, but Brad Pitt's
I
in it.
know.
It's more.
Yeah, I know it's Brad Pitt.
They barely show anybody playing. Chris Pratt plays first base,
Crispy Rat.
Interesting.
And Michael plays what base?
shortstop, I think.
There you go.
I don't know. He's like the older vet that they bring in.
Mm-hmm.
His character's name is David Justice in that, but his real life name is Stephen Bishop.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't reckon. Like, I swear Alex looked familiar. Like, Tay Diggs.
Alex is in a couple things.
Yeah, he was in like the movie
I recognize him
Chicago.
for sure.
Okay.
While Madison, played by Annie Iloenza, is in Chicago, the TV show. Completely unrelated. One's like Fire and Rescue, and the other one is
A musical?
a musical.
That's
Not about fire and rescue.
Not about Fire and Rescue.
How about that scene where he's sneaking up on the house and it's like first person?
Oh, the
That was
shaky
terrible.
camera. yeah.
Oh, I didn't
It was
even-
like a 90s horror movie.
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah.
Oh
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
my
Am I
God.
watching Scream?
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah.
It did not fit the vibe. It was just silly.
Yeah.
What is this, Jaws?
Nah.
Are we the shark?
Yeah. He gets knifed, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does he die? I don't think he dies.
I kind of hope he doesn't. Is that weird?
No.
Yeah, I don't remember.
No, I
assume-
hope he doesn't. Do you want him to die?
I don't
he
really
die?
care. I wasn't really
Well,
Yeah, that's the
invested in
thing. It's
any
like
of it.
whatever.
Like,
But,
If
like,
he does,
I
he
mean,
does,
yeah,
you know? He's a
whatever.
piece of
But, like,
shit, so.
I mean, he actually probably did die based on the title. Let's be real.
Oh yeah, probably.
Probably.
But you don't want him to die because?
Wait,
I like the idea of him suffering back. We're going back to
like
what's
sending
that?
him to jail and shit.
Requiem for a Dream. He still has time. He still needs to suffer.
I thought you were gonna say you're waiting for the second
sequel.
part to actually be a psych thriller.
Yes.
Yeah.
Second part.
Well,
Like-
no, if he dies,
It
then
just
he
turns into a
can-
series of Halloween that he comes back over and over
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
20 years later, 30 years later, she's like old, like, all right, he's gonna be back.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be back. I tell you, it's on the 13th day of the 13th year of the 13th month.
Yeah.
Maddie, there's only 12 months. There's 13 months in my calendar. I don't know why I made her sound like
I was
that.
gonna say.
I don't think people from Los Angeles sound like that, but
No.
Yeah,
I made
probably
that's my
not.
old lady voice apparently.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll believe it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it though, like, but if he did die, technically she didn't die. They're still married.
Mm-hmm.
Does she get all his shit?
I don't know. Maybe.
That'd be pretty dope.
Moves back into that dope house.
Yeah.
Dude, her other house was also good.
Yeah, the one in
No, but,
suburbia, but the first one was
She
better.
can
Yeah.
at least sell it and shit, because obviously that one's probably going to be more expensive.
You know what? Sell all
Just get the money
three.
from it.
Sell all three houses.
Oh yeah, go buy some land.
Yeah.
Have tons of lemon trees,
Live
There
off
we
the
go.
land.
purely on lemons. Avoid that scurvy or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Some
yeah, you don't want
oranges?
scurvy, man.
Yeah.
All right, so this
Yeah.
movie, in fact, was an independent film.
Really?
Okay. I could see that, I guess.
That makes more sense now.
Yeah, like honestly, Sam, I'm curious about your thoughts on this. Would you have felt that this movie could have been played at like the Beaufort Film Festival?
Oh yeah, because I wouldn't have known that this was necessarily like an independent film. Because in the sense of like, you know, when people think of indie, sometimes they think of it not as polished and like
Right.
not as well done. Like that to me, I don't think that it really was like there was stuff that was undone with it. I thought it was fine. It just wasn't my story cup of tea.
Yeah, but like to me, it feels like a movie I could have seen there. Like it was about
Yeah.
the same quality.
Yeah.
The reason I say that the critics there's no critic rating for this.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes, so that's why I was like, it's independent. The audience though gave it a 57%.
That's surprising.
IMDb with a 4.6 out of 10. That's really low.
Yeah.
And Google with a 78%.
That's low for Google.
So,
Yeah.
but I swear when we were on Prime, it had like a 4 out of 5.
I'm pretty sure it did. Like it had a high score on Prime. Because when we sat down, I was like, oh, okay. And then I was mentally already jarred by the fact that IMDb was right next to that and it was low. So I was like, wait, what's
Yeah.
going on here?
Something ain't right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It has a 4.5 on Amazon Prime.
4.5. Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Right next to, yeah, like Sam said. And it's not like, it's 1,500 reviews, too.
Right.
It's
Well,
not like it's 10.
and I'm not like on Amazon a lot. So like Tim, is it normally kind of like Google like that where it's higher on
No.
Amazon Prime? Okay.
I thought Prime was typically lower.
I have no idea.
Prime is very like raw. I want to say that's the best word for it.
Okay.
Like it
Interesting.
feels very user based.
Okay.
Nice. All right, Tim. What are your ratings?
I felt a little bit better about the film when you told me it's an indie movie,
Yeah.
but it still doesn't save it.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
mean,
It's
wasn't
not my cup
trying
of
to.
tea. Yeah, I mean it's not my cup of tea by stealing the words from Sam, but it's definitely like psychological thrillers, yes, but this really didn't give me those vibes at all
Yeah.
during the film. Like I understand why they would categorize it that way, but I'm not sure that they should have gone that way. But for the dialogue, the plot, and the vibe and the pacing, I said it was a 3. Like it wasn't terrible by any means, but it wasn't anything like amazing because I kept thinking about this other film that's much older. I can't remember her name, but she's a very famous actress, and she gets out of an abusive relationship, but then she later on comes back and kicks his ass, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
That seems like a more like not necessarily psychological thriller, but it comes back as like a more watchable movie, I guess, or just a more interesting sort of plot.
Okay.
Whereas this girl is just, escaping, which is fine. Like it's a fine plot. I just think how it was executed
Sleeping
was
with
the
the enemy?
probably.
Yeah.
I'd have to see it. But acting,
It's got Julia Roberts in it.
probably.
Which, because people said that this movie is like Sleeping with the Enemy.
Really, yeah.
But
Okay.
I googled.
Maybe that's why I'm thinking of it then.
Yeah, no, I just typed in movie with girl leaving abusive husband.
I don't see her.
Oh,
There she is.
She's got a bag. What the fuck? Anyway, what are you doing?
She just wanted to distract you.
Yeah, acting I put as a 2. I didn't think the acting was that great. Mostly by the lead actress. I thought she was just meh. Alex was good, I think, and Michael was okay. The sister was like okay, but
Sister? That's
music,
just a friend, man.
or her friend. I kept thinking it was her sister. For some reason.
Chelsea.
I thought it was her
Yeah.
sister too.
Yeah, I kept thinking the whole time, and I knew it was her friend, but
Sisterly vibes.
I didn't like the music. I don't think the music helped the film at all. I think it was okay, but maybe that's because it was an indie film. So that makes more sense to me. So then at that point, I would almost put it as like not applicable, but I think they could have done better. And then stay on it at a hotel. No. So this told me flip off. It's a flip off for me, but
Yeah. I would say this is probably like not my cup of tea. I'm stealing Tim's verbiage there, which he stole from
Tim's
Sam.
of Sam's.
This movie, yeah, like so I actually thought the acting was fine. I think Alex helped a lot. Alex's character helped the acting, so I give it a 3.
Yeah.
But the rest is kind of a 2. Like the dialogue was a 2. I would put it at porno level.
Especially at the
Like
beginning.
the plot, the vibe, the pacing, I just wasn't feeling it. I did think this movie was like 2.5 hours, and when you told me it was 100 minutes, I was like, no, that was 150 minutes.
Yeah.
The music and cinematography both weren't my jam either, so I did flip it off. But like, yeah, it's not my thing.
That's fair. That's fair. I feel like you guys were more generous than me. I didn't give anything above a 3. I don't even think I
didn't
gave
either.
a 3. Yeah, but Tim gave 3s. So I guess
I
Tim
did.
was more
'Cause
generous
didn't
than I
think it
was.
terrible.
Tim was the most generous.
Yeah. I thought it was terrible. I'm just going to say that. And it's not anything to do necessarily with the. Well, yeah, actually, there is some shit that was bad. So I was going to say with the film itself, the music was fucking horrible. And the plot could have been better, as Tim mentioned. I think there were a few ways we could have gone with it. And even if it was just that she escaped, I think there could have been a better way to do it. So I hate to rag on it because it is an indie film, but at the same time, I think if it wouldn't have been in the psych thriller category, I would have gave it more slack.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like if it had just been in like drama, I would have been like, okay,
Yeah,
that is accurate.
like a drama thriller. If you wanted to keep the thriller, I can keep the thriller. Just don't put psychological in it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Right.
That to me, psych thriller and psych horror is something that like goes in your like makes you overthink, and that's what's the
Right.
scary part. You're like freaked out because you're like, ugh.
Yeah. Like I just really wish it hadn't been tagged as that because I think I would have given it more slack if it was in a different category.
Yeah,
So flip off
Agreed.
for me. Algorithm said so too.
yeah. And we're gonna move to next week. We're getting down to the bare minimum. I'm gonna guess recommendations just because there are 2 left.
Nice.
Nope, director's cut.
Oh.
So you and Tim have to pick a director for me, and then I will pick a movie
Oh.
that they did.
So we had to pick
Really
a
good with
director live
directing.
on.
No, we can do it later.
All right. Sounds good.
If you like this episode, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at FlipperFlix. I guess we don't have to say it anymore, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm old. Follow along, see what we're doing. Interact if you'd like to.
Yeah, hit us up there. I don't know. You can also give us recommendations on other of those sites, or you can go to our website at www.flipperflix.com. Yeah, we do a couple recommendations each season, so We just love we're trying to pander right now. We're trying to get you to come to our website, give us some clicks, and recommend us a movie because, we're going to have to pick those eventually, and more the merrier, right?
Yeah.
You can also, speaking of pandering, you can also rate and review us on Apple, Spotify now. Oh, we also do polls there occasionally. So that's always fun.
Answer Adam's questions.
Answer all of my questions, God damn it.
And if you're wondering, when can I catch these fools? You can catch us at 1 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. We're on Spotify, as Adam mentions, where he does his polls. We're on Apple, Google, Amazon. I believe you can subscribe on the various platforms, and that way you'll get like a push notification, or it'll come right into your queue, so that way you don't ever have to look at the clock on Thursday. It'll just be there for you. Kitty!
Can you later? Bye later.